Okay, Catherine, your question.
Hey, Deborah.
Hi.
Originally, my question was just going to be in general whether the guides, because the last 3 weeks have just been completely crazy. I don't know if everybody else is feeling it, but I haven't, and my clients. But listening to Jennifer, I'm going to get more specific. So I'm in the middle of a year-long program, coaching program, and I'm. It sort of feels like it's part of it requires me to do things that I don't love to do, like be on Facebook more and it's kind of sucking the life out of me. And I want to get clear, if I can, about whether this is just my own internal resistance, some beliefs about sales and marketing, just uh, putting myself out there that I'm in resistance to, and that's why it's feeling so heavy, or whether this really is not the program for me. Because I've started and stopped programs before, and I don't want that pattern to continue either. So just some clarity around whether I should stick with this and whether there's a breakthrough that's going to come, or
Let-
whether it's really not the right program for me.
Okay, well, since you took my Divine Gifts course, did you check to see what the gift of your coach is?
No.
Okay, I'm going to recommend you do that and make note of it, because you might start to find that coaches that don't resonate with you are a different gift. And so you're going to start to see a pattern. I've seen that. That's why I recommend it. So let's just go in now and ask about that.
Okay.
So for Catherine, this coaching program that she's in is feeling more difficult than it should be. So is this a misalignment with the program? Is it a misalignment with the coach? Yeah, I get a yes on that. And so what comes, Catherine, is that you've got this program and the steps are all laid out, but as you're going through it, give yourself permission to modify it, make it work for you.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be so rigid and linear in your thinking that you have to do it every single step the way it's laid out. It's your program now, right? You can change it to make it work for you better. Now, let's just ask also about the resistance. So is the root of this problem a resistance to sales and marketing? Is that what it's? No, because that's a part of the program. But okay, so what's coming is sales and marketing in the way you're being taught to do it. There's not just one way. And this is about you finding Catherine's way, putting your own unique spin on it.
Right. Yeah.
It's just not working for you because, somebody laid down tracks and your wheels don't fit those tracks. That's the picture I'm seeing.
I'm laughing because for years they've been telling me you're not here to do anybody else's program, you're here to do yours. And I get that, but going through somebody else's, well, whatever. I don't need to get into a whole bunch of details.
Oh, no, I get it, because I've done the same thing. I've done the program and I thought, well, I paid all this money. They're the expert. I should do it their way. And so I did for a little while. But like you, I would find places where it was just too sticky and it didn't work for me and I had to change it. And that's just part of our evolution as a soul, knowing and trusting our own intuition that we can change it and still be successful. And in fact, if you did it entirely the way it's laid out, that would make you kind of like a puppet or a robot, right? That wouldn't allow your own divine gift to come into play and making it unique to you, because that's what you want to create.
Yeah.
The special Catherine package.
Right. And I understand that. The challenge with this one is that this piece that I'm really struggling is sort of like the linchpin of the whole program. Okay. And so I don't know where I go after this if I sort of can't get this middle piece figured out. But yeah, I was hearing this morning, figure out my own way sort of around it. So I guess that's the.
Yeah. Is it just the being on Facebook that's bothering you?
No, it's, part of it is creating a Facebook group, which I've done, and I've done them in the past. And I've bumped into this problem in other coaching programs. This is not a new problem. And there's just something about this whole inviting people and, be in other groups and find people who you think might like. it feels like poaching to me. It doesn't feel authentic. Like I need a more authentic. And I've had a few other people pop up back into my life from the past that I've worked with. And in my conversations with them, things like just getting out and speaking more, because I'm just more naturally inclined to be in front of people, to be with people in person, than I am to be sitting behind my computer. And I think that's just draining me. This and just the pressure of feeling like, oh, I should go online and, you know, get more people in my group or whatever. It's just creating this sense of inauthenticity and pressure that feels uncomfortable. Not uncomfortable. I've worked with a lot of uncomfortable before. I can get through uncomfortable, but really like soul sucking, energy sucking. And I noticed when I was talking to people about being more authentic and doing more live events and that kind of thing, and being with people in person, that the energy of that just feels much better to me. So I've got to figure out how I cannot just toss this program aside. Because again, it was another significant investment. And so I want to get what I can from it, but I have to figure out a workaround with this particular piece.
Okay. Well, definitely do more of the in-person stuff because you excel at that. So again, you're doing what's easy. But don't give up on the online. Instead of going to all these groups and feeling like you're poaching, how about just putting posts on your page or your, either your personal one or your business page, whatever you have, or both, where you talk about what you're doing and you talk about your successes. And you just maybe leave a little line in there and say, hey, if you want to talk more about this, let me know. Send me a private message. You're not doing anything except letting the world know who you are and what you offer. You're giving them the opportunity to knock on your door and say, hey, Catherine, tell me more about this.
Yeah. I mean, I've been doing that for years, and I do it even more within this group that I've started called Birth Your Brilliance, which is a free group. And then the idea is that from the free group, there are some people who are going to want to work, whatever.
Yeah.
I think part of the problem is I've been at this for so long and nothing has really taken, traction. I've been doing speaking workshops, online stuff, Zoom classes, webinars, telesummits, like for 13, 14 years now, and still don't have a solid base in my coaching business where I can step out of my therapy practice, which I'm ready to do. Like I'm just getting tired there. I don't wake up excited every day to go there. It's just like, oh, I've got 8 clients today. And I think that's part of it too. There's a part of me that's just ready to be finished with that, but there's not another piece that feels sustainable for me to kind of step into. So there's just a lot stirring going on.
And when was the last time you had a vacation?
Oh, a what?
That's what I'm feeling. It's like, hello, Catherine, take a vacation.
I know.
Give yourself a break because, when you're in that energy, that fizzy energy, and you're feeling so tired, you're not going to have that clarity that you're searching for. You've got to make the space for that. It's there waiting to come through. And there's probably a really simple answer waiting to come through, but you've got to make that space and allow it. So that's really missing. But more relaxing, doing it your own way. Stop allowing outside forces to push you around and dictate how you should be you. Because they don't know. They can give you guidelines, but it's up to you to fill in the lines, to color it in with your own beautiful creation. And so it's about finding that authentic way of connecting people that you're craving. Now, when you do your speaking, are you inviting those people to your online stuff?
Well, I haven't been doing a lot of speaking recently. When I owned my healing center, I was doing workshops and classes all the time, but I don't have that space anymore. So I would say I'm doing more training these days than speaking, right? Training other social workers how to use EFT or, some of the other energy healing modalities that I use. So the audiences are a little bit different, and I can invite them to my group, but I'm just not doing as much of it. I would really have to ramp that all up again.
Well, you just said you enjoyed doing more of the in-person stuff. So
Right.
let's presume you're going to ramp it up.
Yeah.
And when you do it, be very intentional that you give them some incentive to come and join you online, because these people are ones you've personally connected with. They're going to be far more receptive to whatever it is that you're promoting in your group than people who just came from out of the blue and don't really know you.
Yeah.
They'll be easier. And when you get those people who are easier, because you're already connected, you're going to flow more, you're going to feel better. And then there presumably will be less resistance because it's going to feel better.
Yeah.
So it's step by step, just like Jennifer, breaking it down into the steps that you can do that will work for you and be more comfortable. Doesn't mean you're never going to do things that are uncomfortable, because growth is not comfortable.
Right. Yeah.
But growing in a way that ultimately leads to what's comfortable.
Yeah. I think the message is I need to be doing more in person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's where you make the biggest impact.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Use your gifts.
Yeah. All
Let
right.
them, speak for you.
Thanks.
You're welcome.